I'm taking you through. We're from the base. I'm going to call it the base today. We're from the base. And today I'm being joined with Bricky, local DJ, well known in the community, drummer. I remember them things there, drummer. Okay. And also entertainment manager for the Leeds Reggae concert, as a lot of you know, happens right here in Leeds. So Bricky, just tell me a little bit about yourself. What got you into the music, first of all? Tell me a little bit about what got you into musical vibe and the area, how it was at the time.
Well, as a youth, I got into the musical business by being a musician. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the musicians first in the area, a man called Joe Gay would inspire me, and from there on I went and I learned to play drums. Okay. Then I went on to learn one and two other little instruments, but drums was really my main profile in the music game as a youth between the age of 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah.
Okay. Now listen, I've got to ask Bricky this because I'm a sound man. Was you in a sound system, Bricky?
Oh yes, you all know I was in a sound
system. Tell me the name of the sound system.
The sound system was called Cooler Ruler.
Yeah man.
You remember them days?
I remember Cooler Ruler.
Yeah man. Back in the days, Cooler Ruler was one of the first hi-fi system sound. When everybody had built big box and everything, we had like 20 whole speaker boxes, hi-fi what man used in the house, and we link up like 20 amps, you know, and we did certain things in them days because when we came out, you had other certain songs like Emperor Channel 1 and Mayfair King and Magnum 45, you know. I could go through the whole lot of them, but Cooler Ruler came out on that different level, you understand, which we did play some big places like the Carnival up at Primrose Hill School. We played the last lap dance.
It was up there.
That's where it was at the time, and we also played one in Carver Street at the time. So I mean, Cooler Ruler did get established and did make its name in the music game with the sounds. Yeah.
So from the sound system then, how did you kind of take it from the sound system? Because now I see you DJing. You DJ by yourself most of the time as a lone DJ. So from the sound system, what made you make the transition? Was it the sort of disappearing of sound system? Was it that kind of thing?
Well, really, I'll step backwards really again, because really, from say the sound system, at the same time with being a musician, I got into the studio business.
Okay.
Yes. And when I got into the studio business, there wasn't no studios around. You with me? So we had to splice tape, cut tape, and it was the whole thing analog. You with me? Jack to jack, fetch bay, and all them things there, you know. But from there, I moved on again, which I went into building a business which taught young youths how to play instruments. So I got myself involved in the schools and went around just building little section bands and teaching 8 and 7-year-olds how to play music, which it became a mind plantation in music. Not so much learning chords, it was so much, well, here's Mary J. Blige's tune, and we'll teach you all how to play and sound like the record. So it was a mind plantation to get them into that sector. Because you know, with the youths, them at the end of the day, if you say, oh boy, C major and all that, they're not interested, they just want to be hands-on.
Because I remember back in the day, you did a project up at the Brick Wall studio. You did a project up there with the youths then. And it was like an album. They did an album, you remember?
Yes. That was with the Leeds City Council.
Okay.
You know, that was through leisure services. Okay. You know, before the multimedia was built, which I could say, i.e., part of my idea, but we won't go down that road for now. Yes. But what we actually did, we got actually funding to say, well, look, there's youths out there who want to be in the music business and they can't reach and get into that kind of sector. I had my own personal recording studio, and I'm saying, well, look, we can bring people off the streets who want to be in the music business and and let them lay down a CD which comes from the community. And that's what actually happened. We built a CD from all people, no matter what creed, colour you was at the end of the day. We did the auditions. This was before the X Factor. Into the show, right?
Original X Factor.
Yeah, man, going back. This was 97, 1997, and we were doing auditions, and I'll never forget it.
I remember sitting in on a couple of the sessions with you guys.
You did. I remember that as well. You know, but those was a good days. When we came outside the studio, there was about 100 people outside in the streets, and we went, where did all these people come from? So we had to do the auditions over 2 days to choose 20 people to go onto this project community CD, which did get developed and got done, you with me, and it was just to show, well, look, we have got talent in Shackertown, and this is what it was. At the end of the day, we had to just say, well, look, the youth is out there, everybody can sing, everybody's got a skill, so we just bought it all under one roof. If you wanted to engineer, if you wanted to learn how to do CDs back in the days, you know, one-time writer, two-speed writer, and that was it, you know.
Real equipment in there, but I remember going in there one time and some equipment you didn't know its name. I learned certain equipment in there at the time. And like you said, you're going back to the 90s.
Yeah, that's right. And you came up behind me, which as you was a growing youth at the same time, and I did like the way how you stayed with the program. You with me at the end of there.
And I'll tell the people something. If you ever come to my studio and you see a Roland D10, right, big keyboard, so big Roland D10, I may get it from.
Yes.
Not a penny. He didn't ask me for a penny.
Yes.
Remember, and I still have it up to today.
Bought it brand new out the box. Just open it, and Poison said to me, Bricky, lend me that keyboard, you know. I said, well, all right, me lend it to you. How old are you now? You know reach 50 yet, but we know we must be going about 21, 22 years now, or could it possibly more?
Well, I'm 21, 22, but it's a while.
All right.
So, Bricky, so from the studio, because I know you did a lot of things surrounding the studio and you did the work with the community. You moved on from there then, and you moved on to the reggae concert, and you went into the managerial side of the reggae concert. You weren't just playing a drum and a snare and a hi-hat. You went into the managerial side. So how was that move for you? How did you feel that move? When did you feel it was a smooth ride?
Well, it was smooth ride. You see, really, I wanted more. In the music industry, which is known as multimedia, the posh word they've put on it now, really. I really wanted more from it, and being in the sound system, being a musician myself, having a recording studio, having dances, I wanted another level again. So a lady, the late councillor Norma Hutchinson, who had sadly passed away, she put a collective of people together in the community who was also in the music business. So she believing that they can each bring something to the table, and then we can bring this concept back to where it used to be, because the quantity of people was dropping rapidly that was coming to the concert. The quality of artists was not up to scratch. The show, nobody knows what was going on and what was going down. So she believed we collectively, as a committee, can work together and bring this thing together on the one umbrella, on another level, yes.
So how did you feel that went? I mean, if you cast your mind back, say, to the first show that you did, how would you feel it's gone from then to now? What kind of changes have you made that wasn't being done previously?
Well, from the first show, the enthusiasm was very good at the end of the day, but like you know, where we as West Indians collectively get together, everybody wants to be a chief, and nobody actually wants to be an Indian. Now, I don't mind being an Indian if the chief does what they were supposed to do. But there's no need having a chief if the chief ain't doing what the Indian's supposed to give him work to do. So, cut the story short, at the end of the day, it so happened that I ended up becoming chief. And others who was chief ended up becoming Indians, and respectively, it was hard to put the concept together with the fight down of certain people in the community.
Because you know what they say, you know, too many chiefs while the roti.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you have too many cook.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You're not taste
it's
right.
not going to come out right.
You're not taste right. So, I mean, so like it says, from the first concert, coming up to it now, I've been in the concert region for about 14 years. Yeah, actually 14 years, my 14 years of taking over the reggae concert.
Okay.
And when it collectively with other members, like I said, but as time's gone on, those members have seemed to have ceased, and where it's only left with two people who's actually putting the whole thing together, which I find a lot easier and less arguments and contention, because one person might want this, another person wants that, another person wants that, and you never get nowhere.
Well, that's the point of getting rid of the whole heap of chiefs, because then what you can do, then you know, so the buck stops with you. You know that whatever you say goes. So then you get rid of them, and you get, you know, the others in there to do certain work that you designate them to do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's what the way it did went up, where other committee members were designated to do certain work, but they didn't do it. So when I noticed they didn't do it, and I went and step on it and do it, this is why I become the position why I am on the committee, I should say.
So, I mean, you would know, I mean, through social media, Almega News at the moment, we've got quite a lot of people on social media, and the sort of reaction towards the reggae concert, especially this year, has been a lot of displeasure. You know, a lot of people have said a lot of things. A lot of people have many, as you said, a lot of people have many ideas. So it's the talk, and the walk thing. A lot of people have opinions on it. Well, you have your say, because I want you to have yours.
Everybody have opinions. Everybody have issues. In life, you can never please everybody. In life, sometimes you can't even please your own family. Yes, right. But as for where the concert is concerned, it's got this segmented thing around it. From the time I was a youth, it's council money, it's our thing, it's this thing. Nowadays, everybody's into the music business. Everybody say them is a singer. But in my aspect, being in the music business, everybody can sing, but not everybody's a singer. That's two difference. Yeah, you go to school, you sing at school, but you're either a singer or you can sing. Everybody can sing.
Wrong pegs for wrong.
But yeah, that's doing it there. So when the concert is concerned, having the big fight down, at the end of the day, there's other people thinking, well, they can come and do what I actually do, which I've no complaint with that. You can. You could come to me and approach me and say, well, Bricky, I've got this to bring to the table. I would listen and hear what you've got to bring to the table to benefit and enhance the concert itself. But as time goes on, you've got to understand is that certain things with artists, for one.
Well, this was one of the issues that the people have. People have that. One of the things I'm seeing coming through on social media is the caliber of artists that we seem to be getting through, whilst other artists are also in the country at the same time. And it raised the question, how early do we start planning for the next year?
I'll be frank with you. We start planning from February to run the concert in August. Now, you've got to take in mind, at the end of the day, these are actually reggae artists we are actually dealing with. Yeah. Now these reggae artists, they're just going to go where the best money is. They will tell you yes, and another man offer him another dollar, and they'll go with that dollar. You remember, but the reggae music has always been a no-go, no money-making area. I can give you an example. Example say, okay, I can get Husher to come and say, come to the reggae concert. Him alone by himself will bring 150,000 people to the concert. For me to bring 150,000 people, which I know I won't even get 150,000 people, I'd have to have Freddie McGregor, Dennis Brown, Alton Ellis. I could have 10 top reggae artists, and I still would not get 150,000 people.
Okay.
But yet, the price for reggae artists is very steep. Plus they come with an entourage and this, so you could get an artist that starts, say, approximately at $8 grand. By the time you've got to keep them here for the concert time, you've got to pay for them to be in the hotel, you've got to pay for the flight tickets. There's a lot of internal affairs, and it all adds up.
Looking through social media and Facebook and your Twitter. I know Jeremy Kyle don't like Facebook, but they're on there. One of the issues that they had was, I mean, you mentioned something earlier. We mentioned the artists. What people think is that this is council money. You know, one thing you mentioned earlier on, you touched on a point which was very interesting, where you said you think it's just council money. So you don't have to reveal figures. Nobody's asking you for figures. But if you was to look at what other pots are there, who else do we go to? Do we apply to people for sponsorship? How do you work that?
Right. The biggest thing really, I would say, really, times is moving fast, and they're talking about diversity. You understand? So, as we call it the Leeds Reggae concert, it's not so much just reggae now, it's all different kind of music that we have on stage.
Okay.
So, for one thing, trying to go out there and get sponsorship with the name Leeds Reggae concert, nobody wants to sponsor anything with reggae in it.
Okay.
So it's very hard. So we are looking at really changing the name really so we can find money and get sponsorship. But as things stands, what we've been getting from the council is the same budget for the last 20 years. Right? So if I don't
things change.
And things change. That's right. Everything's expensive. Everything's gone up. But we're still getting that same little pocket of money at the end of the day. So all I have to do is go out there and see, well, if I can get a little $3 grand here, a little $4 grand here, and a $5 grand here to make the show a lot better. Now, you've got to take into account, Leeds people have always been spoiled where the reggae concert has been concerned. For me, and for what I've seen over the years, the out of town people appreciate the quality and level of concert we put on a show. That when the show starts from 2 o'clock, it runs right the way through. There's no gaps waiting around wondering who's on next and all that. So we do put on the show from start to finish.
Yeah.
Like you know yourself, we've also got a big screen in the park also, which we've advanced ourselves. It's a good thing. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I've got plenty of footage. Man like Altinelli, so that's been on our stage. We've got people like Busy Signal, or before I even make it big, and Teacher Stardust. I could name a lot of artists who's come onto our stage, and it's been a milestone for them.
As we go through names, Bricky, what another thing, because I'm just bringing to the questions what I've seen on the social media sites. So I bring those questions because I talk for the people. One of the things they were saying is, for example, Tipper Irie. Now, me, I could tell you every one of Tipper Irie lyrics. I'm from that school. We love the brother Ruff. But what people would say is that, is he really big splash material to be a headliner? Also, Glenn Washington, again, love Glenn Washington, but you will find a lot of people will, is he really, how long has he made a hit? And this is what people are wanting to know. Why can we not get artists that are making hits?
I would say at the end of the day, if you're going after an artist who's making it today, then you're talking money outside the budget, for one. I can give you an instance. When Queen Afika was up there, and I gave her a call, the first thing she said to me, let me tell you something, Ricky. I want to have to tell you, my day after now, music move fast. She said, I might only be here for 6 months, and another man come in behind me. So this is why I've got to charge those extortion prices, which at the end of the day, it's only in Europe that we pay those prices. Back home, America, they don't pay those extortion prices. You with me? So it's only in Europe where we're paying over 12 and 13 grand. Look at the dances now. You're paying £40, £50 to get to a dance to see two artists. So when you come into a reggae concert and you're getting celebrity names of 4 lineups of names that people do know, then you're not getting just names that people don't know and one name that everybody knows. So for the quality, like I'll go back to the quality, every year can never be the same. Yeah? If a record label comes and says, well, Mr. B, okay, we've got these set of artists to bring in, there is still also a price on that, but we can do that. But like I says, in the reggae music, it's reggae music is good, but as an audience and clientele and a money monopoly, there's no money in it.
Okay. So we have a lot of people who know better.
Yeah.
You know, if he's a Liverpool supporter, and certain managers who are in the thing, I always know better than them. Just before we go, because I want you to just tell the people how they can get in touch and even join the committee, maybe, work with you in some.
Well, what I'm looking at, like I says, that where a committee is concerned, I'm no longer in a committee.
Okay.
Right? I'm looking at it as an entertainment. You with me? At the end of the day, that's what I'm looking at, because a committee does not work, we won't get nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah? So if I want to bring something to the table, I'm open for ears.
Okay.
You with me? At the end of the day, it's there and open, but don't be open for ears and saying, well, look, I don't like what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do my own. You can do your own. Anybody could do their own. I've done a concert outside the reggae concert. You with me? Which isn't too hard to do at the end of the day, but it's just putting on something at the end of the day that we can keep for ourselves and say that's ours.
Okay, so you've heard it right there. Create something, bring it to the table, and let's just all reason this thing. Let's reason the thing, right? Let's put this thing together. It's not about one man over another man or too many chiefs and cooks. You know, remember how many cooks spoil the roti? Alright, so what I'm going to say, Almiga, we're over and out. www.almiga.com. Being here with Bricky, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
Enough respect every single time. Keep on safe.
Yeah, man. I hope so.
Alright.